Merry Christmas and welcome to my 2025 Holiday City Guide for Oklahoma City and for the Edmond area as well. Hi, I'm Rachel Fenton, and I am a realtor here in Edmond, Oklahoma, and Northwest Oklahoma City. And I just love connecting people to our community and things to do so that they can truly take advantage of our wonderful city. This is my holiday guide for you guys. I'm going to hit on the top recommendations that I have for the season, and there's different categories that we're going to go through. I'm going to also hit on any like new activities that are new this season that we haven't seen before, and maybe just a few tips and tricks for some of these events that we have over this season. And then if you want further details, I have a detailed holiday guide that's going to be available for download, and that's going to be in the description box. So if you're wanting more details, go ahead and click that, and hopefully that will be a great resource for you. Our first category is light displays. So we're going to go over my favorite one in Oklahoma City, as well as Edmond, and then something new that we're seeing this year. My first one for Edmond is going to be Luminance. It is run by the city, and it's put on by sponsors and Edmond Electric. And it is free to the community. And they've kind of expanded it kind of over the years a little bit with new displays. But it's a great, easy walkthrough for families. It's not too long. You could probably like do it in about 20 minutes if you wanted to. But they also do have like a night where there's a market and everything, and that's a very like festive time to go as well. It is very busy typically on those nights. My top one for Oklahoma City is the Oklahoma City Zoo, the Safari Lights. So this one, if you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. Do you need to do it every year? I don't think so. It's so impressive. It's interactive. It's fun. There's a drive-through portion and a walk-through portion. They've kind of added a little bit to it each year, but over the last maybe couple years, it hasn't been so many new added things. And so if you did this last year and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do it again, if it's the same stuff, then I would recommend passing this year because I haven't heard that they've added anything new. But it is super impressive if you haven't gone. My kids love it. I recommend trying to do it on a weeknight because it's going to be less busy for you. And then if you can slip in right when it opens for the drive-through, there's not as much crowds, so you don't have to like wait as long to like do the more interactive things. And so that would be my recommendation, a weeknight, and then trying to get like that first time slot in there so that you can have the most enjoyment out of your experience. This year, and this is paid, but Scissortail Park is offering, I think it's called Sparkle. And it is, I believe, pretty similar to the Edmond display, but it's new this year, and all the money is going to go to like the Scissortail Foundation, so to help with the park. And so that is new. So if you are wanting kind of a new display to check out this year, definitely do that one. Second category is great places to just pick up like a hostess gift. So we all know there's so many parties that go on, and it could be a hostess gift. It could be like a dirty Santa gift, things like that. A lot of my recommendations are actually in Edmond, but I do have a couple in Oklahoma City. And so let's see. My first one, and they're a relatively newer company. I think they've been around for a couple years, but in Edmond, it's called Parcels and Goods, and it is just west of Cafe 501. And they just have some really nice gifts that you can bring for a hostess. And they even have a really cool section with like unique kids toys for various ages. So that's just a great place to pop in. It's not a huge store. And they also do like personalized items if you're looking for like engraving or something very personalized to the gift receiver. For Oklahoma City, one of my places that I don't feel like people really talk about very much, and I hope I don't butcher their name, but I love them. They're a handmade candy store here in Northwest Oklahoma City, and it is called Molly Coddled Hash Slinger, and they specialize in salted whiskey caramels. They are so sweet in there. They have more than just the caramels, but they are a candy store, and so if you just want to pick up something small that's not super expensive, but that would be unique for your hostess, that is a great place to go and check it out. It is at the corner of Rockwell and 122nd, and they are super kind in there. They have more than just candy. They have some Oklahoma goods. So that's definitely a spot to check out. I just love going in there. It smells so good, and they're just unique candies, and they are delicious. Festive eats and drinks. So this category, I really didn't find a whole lot for restaurants in Edmond. And I can't honestly think on the top of my head any restaurants that really like go all out in Edmond for Christmas. But there are some on this list that really truly do, and they're so unique. Of course, for the first one is Tellers at the National. This restaurant is so unique. It is a New York experience when you go. They do a great job with their lobby and just the restaurant in general, and like really pulling Christmas in, but still keeping it classy. So great photo op opportunities there, and just the ambiance is special. It's not a restaurant you're going to go to every day, but it is truly a special Christmas experience. If you're not wanting to do lunch, they do high tea, which is a little fancy. On the scale, price-wise, I would say it's probably like $20 and up for a single person. So you do need to know that like it will be a little bit of a pricey dinner or lunch for you. One of my favorite things to order there is the charred eggplant dip. It is so delicious, so good. Another recommendation that I love the Jones Assembly. It's another more like a little bit nicer, elevated meal. They have a wonderful menu, and their bar has like the ornaments that are all hanging from the ceiling. They decorate the courtyard and the interior. It's just a very, like, I've never had anything bad there. Everything I've ever gotten is delicious. One of my favorite cocktails there is the Disco Nap. It's not a holiday cocktail. You can get it at any time throughout the year. But that is a great festive restaurant to go to if you're looking for a date night or just like a girls' night out. If you're looking for Northwest Oklahoma City where we're not having to drive downtown, the Hamilton is a great place to have a lovely dinner, and they do decorate as well for Christmas, and so it is a very festive environment. One of my recommendations for them is when you are making your reservation to try and see if you can reserve a table by the fireplace. A place that I have never been to, but I have heard really great things, and I'm thinking about taking my kiddos down there this Christmas season while we're on break. It's a little bit of a drive for those of us that live in North Oklahoma City or in Edmond, but down in Norman, the Prohibition Lounge is a bar and a pizza shop. I don't know, what do we call it? Pizza place. They are known for their pizzas. People rave about them, but beyond that, they have an amazing display on their ceiling. So if you are looking for kind of a new experience and you're willing to take the drive, definitely go check them out. With going shopping and going out and about in the holiday season, we also need to be caffeinated with our lovely coffee beverages, right? So for these, I'm choosing just two to kind of highlight here. So in Oklahoma City, man, Clarity Coffee has 3 locations. There's one in Midtown, one in downtown, and then one in the Wheeler District. And they, for me, are not necessarily a place where I'm gonna like stop and spend a lot of time. I'm normally gonna pick it up from them. They have more of a modern cafe feel, but they are so good with their flavors. So I love them. I love stopping in and just grabbing something. For beverage recommendations, the last time I went in there, I think they had like a spiced vanilla latte. So it's kind of a twist on a classic. So I definitely recommend any of their seasonal beverages are great. For Edmond, Drip Coffee. is a smaller coffee shop. It's kind of tucked back in, kind of near the college, and they do specialty Belgian waffles as well as their coffee bar menu. So definitely check them out. I actually have never been there before, but I have heard such great things about it. I just haven't made my way to them. They are known for being so welcoming. So definitely check them out if you haven't yet. I know I'm going to this season. Next, we're going to chat about our live performance opportunities here in the Metro during the holiday season. My top two recommendations are A Christmas Carol by Lyric Theater. That theater is in the Plaza District. Christmas Carol is just a classic story, and it is a great opportunity to see it. It is very busy. I know that the reservations really get sold out, especially on the weekends. And so plan ahead if you are looking to go to that, because they do sell out. The next one is something that if you have never been to the Nutcracker, you definitely should at least one time. It's maybe not a performance you want to go every year to, but a lot of people do just as a tradition. But the Nutcracker is a beautiful show. People dress up and it just feels very festive. So the Nutcracker is a great one to go to. That's at the Civic Center downtown in the Arts District. For more of a casual thing in Edmond, the Jazz Lab, the UCO Jazz Lab is hosting a jazz night. It's called Evergreen and Ember. So if you're into jazz and you want a festive music experience, definitely check that out. Let's talk pop-up shops and holiday markets. So here in Midtown, we have holiday pop-up shops that bring a lot of our brick and mortar local businesses to one location, and it will switch out throughout the holiday season. That is a great one to go to if you are just I don't want to drive around town. I just want to go to one place with a bunch of local vendors that I know and love. And so that I don't have to be making a bunch of trips and driving all over the dang place. So that is a great one to check out. They definitely swap out throughout the season. So just make sure you check their website for what vendors are going to be there each. I think they change them out per week. Another new one this year that is aligned with the Scissortail Sparkle lights is Sparkle Market, and they will have all sorts of different vendors from the city come out for you to shop handcrafted goods. So that's a new opportunity for Oklahoma City. And then, of course, I mentioned about Luminance. Luminance has Merry Market, and that is at Mitch Park where Luminance is held. And they have all different types of vendors that you can shop at. They have characters, at least they did last year, that come and kids can have just impromptu photo ops with them. So I think last year we had Elsa and Anna, and then Elf, and then the Grinch. So I'm not sure if they're doing that again this year, but that was a lot of fun for the kids last year. It does get super busy on those nights, so just mentally prepare yourself for the crowds. But that one is also a great little marketplace to go and pick up some unique items. Santa meet and greets this year. There's some you got to pay for. There are some that are free, and we're going to talk about some ones in Oklahoma City and in Edmond for you to get your Santa photos this year. So a new experience in Midtown this year is called Winter Wonderland Oklahoma City, or OKC. And it is a whole experience. So you can go, I think they're going to have crafts and hot cocoa. You'll, on the weekends, I think on Saturday and Sunday, you'll have an opportunity to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and take your photo with them. But it's definitely a new and immersive experience in Midtown. So that is new this year. If you're into breakfast with Santa, some of our major hotels Teller, well, not the National, but Tellers, and then there's one at the Skirvin. They have breakfast with Santa. So if you're wanting more of a full-fledged family experience where you go, you have a meal, and then you can meet Santa, that is definitely something to check out if that interests you. If you're looking for more I want a free experience where I'm not paying a bunch of money to just have our photos with Santa, Citizens Bank in Edmond does free Santa photos for the community. He is our favorite Santa in the metro. My kids go every year. There's typically, if you kind of slip in when they first open, there's typically not a line, or if it is, it's only a few people. So you're not standing in line like you do at the mall for like an hour plus. So it's free. They let you take your own photos on your phone, and then they also have a camera there that basically will take photos, and then you can do a digital download, and it's a little bit more professional quality than our phones. And then, of course, another free opportunity is at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. They have Santa experiences there. You do have to have a reservation for those, so just keep that in mind that you do have to plan ahead, but a lot of times you can just sneak in like an hour or two before, and it's not a big deal for the reservations. You don't have to like do it days ahead of time. So anyway, those are my top ones for Santa. Some other ideas for just kind of holiday fun that's here for a limited amount of time is if you kind of check the area that you live in, you most likely will have an ice rink near you. Here in Edmond, it's tied to Luminance, so it's at Mitch Park. So that's kind of one fell swoop if you're wanting a light display experience and some ice skating. The Devon has a rink in downtown, as well as Yukon has a rink, and then Norman has a like the Crest on Ice rink. There are also tons of classes and workshops during this period of time. So a lot of different like independently owned like bakers will do cookie classes. I know AR Workshop has some cookie classes with different local bakers that come in and teach cookie decorating. So if you're wanting a more like instructor-led cookie decorating, those are really fun to go to. I think personally they're more fun just like adults going, but kids could definitely enjoy that too. AR Workshop and Board and Brush. So one of them is in the Village area, and the other one is off Western and Danforth, I think. They offer just different holiday crafts that you can do if you're into like making things with your hands and being creative. And that is also instructor led. So you're not having to DIY it yourself. They have the supplies for you. You just sign up, choose your project, and then just go and do it. Myriad Gardens also has like ornament making class and a fresh wreath class. I've done the fresh wreath class, love it. My wreath lasted, I think, until March. Like I just kept it hydrated, and it lasted all winter season. So it's not like you make it and then it's going to die in a month because we have cold weather. As long as you keep it like hydrated, it'll do great. And it was just kind of fascinating to see how many different plants and branches and everything go into making those wreaths, and you can really kind of change up the texture and everything. So definitely recommend that class. For other kind of holiday experiences, if you have kiddos or grandkids, the Polar Express experience is a great one to go to. They try to kind of emulate the train experience of the movie. You'll get your ticket, punched. You'll have caroling and hot chocolate. And then you'll get a Santa experience as well towards the end of the ride. Another one that I don't know if people know much about, but on the Bricktown Canal, we have boats that go around, and typically they will do like historical information about our city and Bricktown. But during the holiday season, they have special boat trips that have caroling, and they bring in local singers, and you get a caroling experience on your boat ride, and you get to kind of experience the Bricktown lights that are up during this time of year. So that is a very festive experience. Our second to last category is volunteering. I think it's so important to give back during this season to people that maybe don't have it as fortunate as us, or just remembering the community that you are in and loving on others. And so whether that be through your church or doing something with a local organization, or globally, or if it's getting connected with a local nonprofit that's doing something this season, I just think it's really important to give back. So a couple different organizations that I just want to highlight is Santa's Cause. Basically, it's a really cool organization. Teachers, counselors, social workers will basically refer families that are in need during the holiday season that might not experience, Christmas without this organization. And so they get recommendations for families. Volunteers will help gather gifts, wrap, and then also go and deliver presents with Santa. And so it's just a really cool organization. Families are not expecting it. It is a complete surprise to these families. And so it's definitely a cool experience. And hundreds of volunteers go. You can do anything from the tasks that I suggested to honestly cleaning up some of the mess in the warehouse. It just kind of depends on their needs that day. Also, City Rescue Mission, they host like a holiday feast for their clients. And so that's one that's good to kind of go in and help for an evening, serving a meal. And they specifically help the homeless here in Oklahoma City, making sure that they have shelter and food to eat. And so if that is a passion of yours as well, that's a great opportunity to serve during the holiday season. And then something that I think is just so important too is most cities have a mobile meal service, and that supports our homebound seniors that can't get out on their own. They also typically will serve disabled people as well. And so that is just an opportunity to deliver a meal. It's typically lunch, and you also just connect with them. You might be the only person that they connect with that day and see. And so it's a great opportunity to just love on people and just give them a homemade meal. Live nativity and church performances. I don't know these off the top of my head, so I'm going to read a little bit. I have a cheat sheet. I've been on the search for a live nativity, and the one that I have found that's been recommended over and over again is the Journey to Bethlehem at Bethesda. I hope I'm saying that right, church. And I think it's down kind of in South Oklahoma City area. And so it's a drive-through nativity, and it's immersive, and they show you the Christmas story of Jesus's birth. So that is one that's been highly recommended. The Boys Ranch, it's east of 35, kind of near Memorial, I think, or 33rd. The Boys Ranch also puts on their Christmas pageant. It's also a drive-through with live animals. A lot of churches during this season put on Christmas concerts where you can go and enjoy traditional Christmas songs or new songs. And typically their choir, their orchestra will be there, and it's just a great free experience for the community to come and just have some time of worship. And so a few of the churches that I recommend, St. Luke's downtown is a great one to go to. They typically put on a great Christmas concert. Theirs this year is called A Symphony of Christmas at St. Luke's downtown, and that's on the 10th. And then another one, Quail Springs Baptist does great concerts. They're typically packed, but theirs will be on the 10th as well this year, and that's more northwest Oklahoma City, kind of in almost to Edmond. Theirs is called The Sounds of the Season this year. So those are kind of my top recommendations if you're wanting an activity that's more focused on the reason for the season. Those are my top recommendations. I'm sure this video is ridiculously long, and if you have stuck with me, thank you. Like I've said, the guide has a ton more detailed information, like the dates that things are going on, if there's any cost involved, and then just some of my own personal tips. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and that you get to spend time with friends and family, and you don't get caught up in the stress of the holidays. And I pray that it's a wonderful, joyous time for you and your family. Until next time, guys, enjoy the month, take some downtime, and I will see you in my next video.